All right, welcome to the Explainer. So, today we're diving into something that is absolutely going to transform how you think about back training. We're unpacking the actual biomechanical science behind building that super sought after, wide, V shaped back. If you've been grinding away, trying different workouts for years, and you're just kind of not seeing that dramatic, powerful silhouette, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to get right into the precise movements and the structural principles that trigger real, noticeable growth. Let's start things off by busting a pretty massive fitness myth, okay? The common assumption out there is that if you want your waist to look smaller, you just gotta hammer your abs relentlessly. But the scientific, and frankly, the visual reality is completely different. It's literally an optical illusion. To make your waist actually appear genuinely smaller, you have to build a wider back. By expanding that musculature up top, your midsection instantly just looks tighter and way more tapered by comparison. It's pretty cool when you think about it. So, to actually achieve that width, we've got to follow some specific rules. That brings us to principle 1, eliminating momentum. We're going to practically apply this principle with our first targeted movement, which is the incline dumbbell hammer row. Now, this is where so many people go completely wrong in the gym. I mean, you've probably seen that guy heaving the entire weight stack around, right? Well, if you're swinging the weight like that, you're creating kinetic momentum. And that momentum is doing all the work instead of your actual muscles. Supporting your chest on an incline bench, it's an absolute game changer. It's this brilliantly simple way to physically block yourself from cheating, stopping that momentum dead in its tracks. Your lower back and your legs literally can't step in to help you heave that weight up. The source material hits the nail on the head here, saying, supporting my chest on the bench removes momentum, and it forces my back to do all the work. And it's so true. In this locked-in position, you can really let those dumbbells stretch out naturally all the way at the bottom of the movement. Then, from that deep stretch, you just pull your elbows straight back toward your hips. That exact combination is what targets both the width and the thickness of the back at the exact same time. The absolute crucial takeaway here is prioritizing quality repetitions over sloppy, heavy lifting. In fact, this whole explainer is really built around the fact that deliberate, strict repetitions will always, and I mean always, outperform just throwing heavy weights around. When you drop the ego, lighten the load even just a bit, and focus purely on the mechanics we just talked about, man, you create the ultimate environment for overall back balance and real growth. Which brings us perfectly to our next exercise, the machine row. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates our whole point about strict control. Now, you might be wondering, why use a machine instead of free weights here? Well, because the machine itself provides external stability. Think about it. When you aren't forced to waste all your internal energy just trying to balance a heavy barbell or dumbbell, you get to focus 100% of your mental and physical effort entirely on the muscle contraction itself. Let's break down the exact execution for this one. Step 1, the pull has to be slow and deliberate, no jerking the weight. Step 2, when you reach the absolute peak of the movement, hold that squeeze for exactly 1 second. Trust me, it burns, but it absolutely works. And step 3, lower the handles with complete absolute control. That extra element of control, that's exactly what builds a thicker mid-back, and the best part is, it does it without requiring you to add tons of unnecessary volume to your workout. And that sets us up perfectly for our next major section, Principle 2,